Bradley? Have there been any others? Have you had any blowups in the portfolio or changes in positions?
Luckily, not yet. Within crypto, I've had plenty of others blow up in the market in the last few months, but not specifically in crypto. But, look, I think what happened with Voyager today is not particularly surprising. Not that Voyager was clearly a company that was destined to fail, but, the industry got too expansive, too big, too creative, with too few kind of fundamentals. And just like we've seen generally with private tech startups that get way overvalued, then the market cuts them down considerably. This is another version of that.
So what's the issue here? Is it that it just wasn't a mature industry? Is it that there wasn't enough regulation? Like, people are losing money. They're not getting it back.
No, look, I think it's a few things, but the biggest problem is crypto is an asset class that's based on nothing but momentum and ideology, which is totally different than any other commodity or stock or anything else. And with 2,500 different tokens, there's literally nothing to distinguish the good from the bad, the valuable from the less valuable. And as a result, people end up making choices that feel almost kind of random, and they can lose a lot of money. So what I would like to see, and I get that there'd be some antitrust issues around this, but is why don't we identify the currencies, the tokens that have some kind of intrinsic value, right? So it could be a Bitcoin where there's a finite supply of how much can be mined, and therefore that creates some underlying value. Or Ethereum, where you can build new applications and new protocols on top of it that could have real value. But find the tokens and find the currencies where there's actually
is Bitcoin that? Bitcoin's gone from almost 70,000 in a matter of months to under 20.
Yeah, but I think that part of that is because they're suffering from the entire industry collapsing. And I think if you didn't have 2,500 different tokens, each with sort of its own totally different story and narrative, it would be a lot less volatile. So I think that the vast number of it combined with the lack of regulation completely is what creates the volatility. And I think the way to limit that going forward is fewer tokens, make sure there's some sort of intrinsic value to them. And then as the SEC and the CFTC and whoever else start promulgating regulations around crypto, take that into account. They could say, yes, normally we wouldn't let 10 exchanges come together and decide here are the only companies that we're going to offer. But there are antitrust exemptions in other industries, and maybe there could be one here too.
So it sounds like you're not losing conviction, and you see this almost like in the .com crash where something stable is born out of it. So what opportunities are there? Are you investing around things that you think will stick around in this crash?
To me, it's at this point, it's the really basic fundamental tokens and currency that makes sense right now. Look, overall, if you take a half a step back, one reason why crypto really took off, other than sort of people being bored during COVID and not knowing what else to do with their time and money, is there's a fundamental lack of trust in institutions all across this country and all across the world. That's been happening since the Vietnam War. So if you look at every poll, trust in government, in the church, in Wall Street, in the media, they've all plummeted. And that trust has to go somewhere. And one of the places that it went to is Bitcoin and Ethereum. And basically the notion of, I would rather take my chances with like-minded people than with some central bank who rigs the game against me. I don't think that trust in institutions is increasing anytime soon. I think it's just going to get worse and worse. If you just look at our politics, it's pretty clear that it continues to degrade by the day. If you agree that lack of trust is going to continue, that means that fundamentally cryptocurrency and some of the key tokens are going to be fine long-term. They're going to be successful, but they need a better ecosystem with more protection and more regulation than what we have right now.